Greetings to you all. President Emerson Mnangagwa could be in for a huge shock on his return if the rumor that Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Kirsty Coventry could be resigning from a position comes true, reported Zanu. A sensational social media message has been circulating since Wednesday morning, alleging that Kirsty Coventry has resigned after government used state machinery to kill over 10 people in a citizen protest that broke Zimbabwe last 3 days. The message read, "Well done, Kirsty, an honest woman of integrity." An honest woman of integrity? That is going overboard, raising, isn't it? After all, she had accepted her appointment knowing fully well that Zanu PF was a party of corrupt and murderous thugs. We had rigged the 30th July 2018 elections and murdered 7 people in the 1st August 2018 shooting, just to remind everybody the regime would not hesitate to kill to retain power. She knew all this, and yet still she accepted the appointment for exactly the same reason that others like Mthuli Ncube and of course the usual hardcore Zanu PF members did. Greed. Greed and integrity are 2 words that cannot be used to describe the same person, because there's nothing good and honorable being greedy. If Kirsty had joined the Zanu PF cabinet, convinced the party would never again rig elections, end all corruption, stop the political murders, etc., and be squeaky clean because she was now a cabinet member, then she was being very naive. And the only surprise is that it has taken her 6 months to admit her presence in the cabinet had not changed Zanu PF 1 iota. Whilst it has taken Kirsty 6 months to open her eyes, others still have their eyes closed. Professor Ncube, Minister of Finance, is clearly enjoying the high flyer lifestyle of living in the Mikkels Hotel, worldwide media attention, flying around with Mnangagwa in the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, $70,000 per hour jet, etc., etc. His eyes have been super glued shut. He has seen nothing wrong with his 2% tax on all electronic transactions to raise $700 to $800 million from impoverished street vendors who are living on US $1 or less a day. Meanwhile, Minister has done nothing to stop the wholesale looting of the nation's wealth in Marange, for example, costing the nation $15 billion in lost diamond revenue, according to Mugabe's own admission, 2016. Mugabe has never arrested even one of the looters, nor has Mnangagwa. The looting is still going on to this day, and Minister Ncube knows it. Minister Kirsty Coventry would be resigning of her own accord, which is different from what many ex-Zanu PF members such as Simba Makon, Dumiso Davengo, Joyce Mujuru, and many others who were booted out of the party or jumped out before they were booted out. Only when they left Zanu PF did they start criticizing the party and its corrupt and tyrannical leaders, pretending they had been innocent bystanders all along. A puppy does not open its eyes the day it is born, argued former Vice President Joyce Mutulu when she was asked why she had never criticized Zanu PF corruption, vote rigging, and thuggery while she was in power. Lotito, Muturu's home area, dogs must be the only breed whose puppies take 34 years to open their eyes. Zimbabwe is in this economic mess because for the last 38 years, the country has been stuck with a corrupt, incompetent, and tyrannical Zanu PF regime. The party has eroded the people's freedoms and basic rights, including the right to a meaningful vote, and even denied them the right to life itself. Now, with the nation in such an economic mess, with 90% unemployed, and 3/4 living on US $1 or less a day, the need to break Zanu PF's political stronghold on the nation has never been greater. The recovery from the economic mess depends on, first and foremost, ending the ruinous Zanu PF misrule. Stop Zanu PF rigging the elections, and you will end the party's rule. Zimbabweans have called for free, fair, and credible elections, but they've never really meant it, because every time Zanu PF has rigged the elections, the nation has rewarded the party with power. Mnangagwa and the Zanu PF junta rigged last July's elections, and the only logical reaction by every thinking Zimbabwean should have been to isolate the regime and pressure it to step down. What people like Kirsty Coventry and Professor Mutulu Niwe, and of course the usual Zanu PF members and apologists, have done by agreeing to serve in the regime was to give it political recognition and credibility. This Zanu PF regime is illegitimate, and anyone who thinks the regime would accomplish anything of substance is naive and insane, especially after 38 years of the regime bringing nothing but forward. If Kirsty has resigned, then we welcome her recovery from her 6 months of greed-induced insanity. Now the nation must focus its attention on the task of hand, get Zanu PF to step down as the first step to restoring democracy and good governance. Thank you for listening.